you know that we talked about smart glasses, and there are these influencers that use recordings of strangers from their smart glasses to go viral on TikTok, on Instagram Reels, and YouTube. And they are basically roping strangers into viral content unbeknownst to them, and it's super creepy. We did a whole video about it, and this is what I do. I like see things like that we talk about, and I think of worst case scenarios all the time, and I make decisions before things happen to me. I'm thinking, if someone ever comes up to me and records me with smart glasses, I'm going to respond this way. Well, it happened. It happened. And I was just sitting outside of a Starbucks on my birthday after having gotten my free birthday drink, minding my own business, which I so rarely do. And this guy comes up to me and says, hey, this might be weird, but, and immediately, like, this is so douchey, but I thought, oh, this person must be like someone who watches the show, right? But no, he didn't recognize me at all. He said, but I saw you over there and I thought you were cute. What's your name? So, I was like, oh, I see where this is going. I didn't clock the glasses yet, though.
Were they super noticeable?
Immediately, as soon as he
Like,
sat down, I was like, oh, I see what's going on.
Like it's the
No,
type of
most
thing
people
where,
wouldn't know, though.
So where did it, is it in the center or is it in
It's
the?
on the corner.
The
corners.
one corner or both corners?
Both
Okay.
corners from what I saw.
So, but if you're looking for it, you'll clock it.
Yes.
But if you're not,
Most
it's
people would
fairly
have
inconspicuous.
no idea.
That's terrifying.
Exactly. So he would have started recording had I not called him out. But so I introduced myself and he introduced himself and he sat down where I was sitting. And I was like, oh boy, like, can I just like, I was waiting on an Uber, by the way. Like, this was a timed interaction from the start. So then he says, like, what was in that drink? Because it was mostly gone. And I said, it was an iced chai. I have a boyfriend, and you're wearing smart glasses and recording me, so that's weird.
Can I ask? So if he didn't have smart glasses on and he just asked that question, would you have prefaced with the boyfriend thing that quickly? It feels
I
like
clocked it almost immediately, so I guess I'll never know.
It felt like it was a package part of like pushback against the glasses, whereas if he was just being polite, you wouldn't have inserted that in the conversation that quickly.
I would have said that at that point in the conversation, but I wasn't gonna immediately be like, fuck off.
Like those
like I don't want to
videos-
like just shoot someone down for the sake of being rude.
It's
you
like
know?
the videos you see that the comedy skits that a guy's like, oh, hi, you dropped this. She's like, I've got a boyfriend.
Yeah, I don't want to do that like too hastily just to be a bitch.
Yeah.
So I was willing to be like, hi, my name is Mary, how are you? But yeah, and then he immediately freaked out. As soon as I called him out on it, he was on the back foot. He got super defensive and scared. Like, I could see the fear in his eyes. And I'm sure if he were asked about it now, he would totally deny it. But
yeah, because there's no defensible reason
No.
to be doing it.
no. And he was like, oh, yeah, these aren't even recording. I wasn't even recording you. I just make content with these, but I never like record people without their permission. I'm not like those guys.
It is a funny middle ground to walk with what we were just talking about like when to mention whether you're in a relationship or not. Because if you do it too quickly, you're considered a bitch. But if you wait too long, then you're
Also a bitch?
then you're right. So it's like you want to encourage. I saw somebody in the chat mention like you want to encourage men to at least try.
No,
because
I
you don't
was
wanna
not
live in this-
planning to be rude to him at
Yeah.
all
It just
until I
happened.
saw the glasses. The glasses are the reason I was rude to him. And I was like, oh, I'm excited for this one. Like, I am not the one that you approach to make smart glasses content. I am the last person that any one of these people wants to approach on the street. And he immediately regretted his decision. So I roped him into like a 15-minute long back and forth argument. It was so awkward for him and not for me. And we were just going back and forth, and I was like, why do you record people without their permission? That's actually disgusting. Like, show me your page, open your phone, show me your Instagram. And he refused at first, and then I was like, I gotta play good cop. So I was like, oh, I'm an influencer. Actually, this is really interesting for me because I covered this on my podcast recently, and I think we should collab sometime. So
You checked out his page, right?
yes, yeah, and he opened his page for me eventually and showed me he has like a few 100,000 followers on Instagram making these videos. And he claimed all of these people that I record are aware that I'm recording, except for if it's just, you know, passing by interaction, which means you're just recording people without their permission, like, all the time. So he basically admitted it, and I was like, yeah, like, that's really interesting. How do you make money? And he admitted that he is a dating coach. He's some kind of dating expert. And I checked it out later. He has people who subscribe to his dating coach platform online, and he's like making $10K a month off these people and pretending like he's some kind of Riz master. And he makes these videos to like mentor single guys who are nervous about talking to women. But women should be nervous to talk to you because you're literally the creep that is creating these negative stereotypes about men cold approaching in the first place. Like, you're creating reasons for women to be paranoid. And then he admitted to me that he is in an open marriage. I said, how do you know anything about dating? Are you single? And he said, no, I'm married. I was like, oh, why were you talking to me then? And he was like, well, I have to be out in the field, like, practicing my craft. Like, otherwise I wouldn't have any advice to give. And I was like, okay, does your wife have other people as well? And he said, yeah. I mean, it's none of your business, but yeah. And I was like, oh, so you're a cuck? And he was like, no, I'm not a cuck. And I'm not gonna name him because I told him I wasn't gonna be like that. Like, I wasn't gonna like call him out as long as he didn't record me and post me. I'm not gonna do that to him. You can probably find him if you're determined. But super weird interaction. I'm really glad that it happened though. Because now I feel like I'm not crazy. Like, this is something that's actually happening in society today.
Yeah, when you mentioned it to me the first time, it was not a phenomenon I'd ever even heard of.
I was mentally prepared. I'm like a Navy SEAL.
It came up at some point when we were having
into action.
We were having a discussion at some point, and you mentioned that this was something that was happening. I'm like, no, that can't be real, can it?
Right, and then I was literally on that episode saying, but it would be ridiculous if women just assumed any man with glasses who's talking to them in public is wearing these things, right? And then it literally happened to me like days later.
Well, then what they need to do is they need to go and look for the ones that have the cameras in the corner and then like train to see it so they can catch it.
Yeah, they need to stay prepared on all the latest technology.
Yeah.
So you know when to spot them, because otherwise I would have gotten made into a piece of content for this guy completely without my knowledge or permission. And he is the proof of what we were talking about, which is absolutely terrifying that people like this exist shamelessly.
Yeah.
And all of his content is like, I used to be nervous to talk to women, but look at me now. I'm a Chad. Like, bro, you're not a Chad. Like, he was like immediately an ick before I even knew that he was wearing the glasses too. Cause he was like, sorry if this is weird, but you're cute. Like, okay, that's not really the greatest opening line I've ever heard in my life.
All right. Well, that's I can't believe you didn't tell that story like as soon as you got back. Must have slipped your mind.
Stuff like this happens to me. I keep saying this. Like, it doesn't, the trouble isn't like, I'm not seeking it out. It comes to me. I don't know why. I'm just one of those people. Like, there's nothing I could have done to avoid it. But I'm glad that it happened because he deserved to get a verbal whooping.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.